Hello, hello, hello. This is Danny Sfios with Unleash Consulting and your best boss, take 5. Drum roll, please. We are proud to present and to uncover and to discover Peter Senge's 11th law of systems thinking. So I trust that you have been tracking with me on our uncovering of the system laws. There are 11 of them. All 10 of them are terrific in understanding and appreciating the complexity of the problems and challenges that we're often dealing with as people, leaders, and managers. So I highly encourage you, if this is the first of the videos that you're watching, to take a look at the other 10 of our Take 5s that really give you a full appreciation for what you as a manager or leader really should keep in mind as you're thinking about how to best fix or change or impact a system challenge or issue. So system law number 11 is kind of the queen bee of the 11 laws. It says that there is no blame. There is no blame. It actually makes me tear up a little bit thinking about this, because this says a really good people leader, a real best boss, if you will, really starts to understand that the majority of our challenges and issues and work with our people, with the work that we're doing, when they're complex and they're nuanced, ultimately, if we can keep in mind, it's not about a person. It's not about a person. It's about what surrounds the person. So think about that for a moment and take these 3 considerations. Take under consideration these three things to think about as you're understanding and working through a complicated system problem. The first thing is, if you end up, as you're going through and understanding how to best approach and come into the system to make the highest impact, if you end up with a person, we need to fix this person, we need to get rid of this person is the reason that these things are happening, I really want to encourage you to not go with that. That is actually in violation of the system law. It says that we're not talking about an individual. And what I want you to do is I want you to go up the thread of your decision making. So in other words, think about what brought you to this particular decision. What was the factor or factors that brought you to this particular decision? To change, fix, get rid of this person. And see if you can, as you're going back and thinking about what happened that lent itself to this person, see if you can figure out an alternate why this thing happened. So if you're familiar with my work and you know that I'm a big fan of the 5 whys technique for understanding systems thinking, and 5 whys basically says that we look at the levels, like we uncover the way we would with an onion, all the different levels and layers of a problem before we get to the core problem that we need to solve. So it's the same thing. I want you to kind of go back to the next layer. Before you got to this person, what was the layer before that? And what was the layer before that? And see if you can find an alternate way of thinking about this problem that doesn't lend itself to a human being, doesn't lend itself to a person. We start with the premise that everyone that we are working with is operating in the best of integrity, the highest of integrity, and doing the best that they can. I know that's not the case, but we start with that premise. To the extent possible, we start with that premise. And with that premise, we do everything we can, not only because we are caring, wonderful, empathetic leaders, but because oftentimes a system problem, the easy way out usually leads back in, and that is often by finding a person. So we really want to see what's surrounding the person that is really affecting them, so they're not able to give their best. That is much more highly leverageable than fixing a person. Secondly, ask this person, ask the blamed, what's in your way that we can adjust so that you are successful? What's in your way? Now, I know these conversations are fraught, right? And oftentimes we are dealing with very, very challenging people. But to really see if we can understand what is getting in this person's way so that they are not able to give their best may very well be the place where you want to put your resources and put your attention to shift the system so that it supports the individual so that they are able to do and give their best. Sometimes that's about eliminating a job responsibility or changing a job responsibility. Sometimes it's about providing a new piece of equipment. Sometimes it's about providing training, like hint, hint, the Best Boss Bootcamp. Sometimes it's about providing coaching. Sometimes it's all those things, but it's see what you can do inside the system to make the biggest difference. Ask the blamed, what's in your way that we can adjust. And third, and most important, and a good place to end our series here is shift your mindset from fixing people to fixing systems. Shift your mindset from fixing people to fixing systems. It is such a slippery slope and such such an easy place to go to think fixing people, getting rid of people, changing people, fixing people will make the biggest difference. Yes, that may be the case, but what can we do to support them? What can we do in the system to best support them so that they are able to give their best and do their best? Remember, your job is not about fixing people, it's about fixing systems. It's not about solving people, it's about solving problems. All right, thank you so much for joining us on this journey, investigating Peter Senge's 11 laws of systems thinking. If you have any questions about the application, we really went through these pretty quickly, but if you have any question about the application or the use or the interpretation of any of the system laws, please give me a call. Let's talk about it. We'd love to talk to you about it. We'd love to see if there's an opportunity for us to work together as you are dealing with the complicated, resource draining, exhausting system problems and challenges that you are dealing with in this together. Would love to work with you on this. All right, thanks so much. This is Danny Ceballos with Unleash Consulting and the Best Boss Bootcamp Take 5. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye now.